Good morning and welcome to Newswatch Today. I'm Summer Ottershot.
And I'm Kaylin Tilley. The FCC says TikTok should be banned.
Also, Evangel Theater performs a popular musical this weekend.
Cameron Lee is here with your forecast, and Emmeline Perkins has your latest sports news. This is Newswatch Today.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Right now we have Cameron Lee to give us the first look at weather.
Yeah, Cameron, what's it looking like out there?
Well, today it was a pretty cool morning when we got up to come to work this morning. But if we look later into today, it is going to warm up just a bit. Highs of 76, so it's not going to feel like November. It is going to feel a little bit warmer than usual. That's all for now, but stick around for the full forecast to find out if we have some rain in our future.
Thanks, Cameron. I guess we'll know more in a little while during your full forecast.
Sounds like a great day ahead. I'm looking forward to this weather.
Will the FCC ban TikTok? Brendan Carr with the Federal Communications Commission says that the handling of TikTok users' data is grounds for why it should not be allowed in the U.S. A foreign investment committee has spent months working on a national security agreement that will allow for users in the U.S. to continue to use the app. But Carr worries that TikTok will be able to work around the deal and still misuse the data. TikTok has not made any statements on the issue. Despite the high tension between China and Taiwan, they are finding a way to join together for the sake of a VIP, a very important panda. Tauntaun is a giant panda that lives at the Taipei Zoo in Taiwan. In September, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and it has been growing rapidly ever since. China sent 2 panda experts to help treat the 18-year-old panda, but unfortunately, there's only one conclusion: to keep him comfortable until he passes. Despite the bad news, it has been a rare diplomatic win for both countries.
Iran is seeing yet more protests across the country, despite a warning from the head of the elite Revolutionary Guards on Saturday, telling protesters not to take the streets again. Norway-based human rights group Iran Hinga has raised particular concern over a reported crackdown on student protesters on university campuses. Anti-riot forces were deployed to the University of Kurdistan, reportedly opening fire on the students. This latest round of violence follows days of clashes between protesters and Iran's security forces. The economy is a top topic for midterm candidates in both parties and for voters, but the numbers are sending mixed messages. The U.S. economy grew stronger than expected during the summer months, and the labor market remains strong, with unemployment close to a half-century low. But then there's inflation at a 40-year high. Some of the top names on Wall Street forecast a recession in 2023. The constant headlines have the issue top of mind for voters across the country. Experts say the economy is one of the most influential factors in the upcoming election. This upcoming weekend, the theater department will be hosting Steel Magnolias. This production is a comedy drama set in a Louisiana beauty shop and focuses on the relationships of 6 women who experience laughter through tears, strength, adversity, and recognize their own mortality through the loss of one of their own. The play is based on playwright Robert Harling's real-life experience of losing his sister and the heartache experienced by his entire family. Though this is a tragedy, the play is filled with witty dialogue between the characters. Through the best and the worst life has to offer, these women exhibit strength, love, charm, and humor, and will leave you thankful for the friends in your life.
This play is one that I think everyone should see because it deals with real life things. It deals with grief and love and friendship and all of the things that make life what it is. And it's about the people that you meet along the way that really just make life more enjoyable and more bearable. And so everyone can relate to somebody in it at some point, and it's so important for people to see. This is an amazing show, and everyone should come see it, and they should bring their friends and bring their family, and it's just a wonderful story that I think everyone needs to see.
Evangel students can purchase a ticket for $5 online through the Connect app. For more information on ticket sales, you can visit the Connect app or go to the link on evangel.edu.
Up next, we will be visiting with one of the performers from this weekend's musical.
This and more when we get back after this break.
books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Thank you. Did you see anyone's broccoli? You moved this? Thanks for helping us. No problem. Is this strawberry? You're welcome.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Evangel University held a groundbreaking ceremony for the Valor Center on Friday, October 28th, as part of its homecoming celebration. The outdoor ceremony took place in the northwest corner of campus near the Ashcroft Center. When constructed, the 70,000 square foot state-of-the-art sports complex will host the university's basketball, volleyball, football, and soccer programs. The arena portion of the facility is 40,000 square feet and will include a home game court and 2 full cross courts for practices and tournaments, a VIP lounge and box suites, a concourse with concessions and gathering spaces, support and staffing offices, locker rooms, and meeting rooms. Seating capacity is expected to be around 1,300. Ground preparation for the new facility is already underway. Summer Roddershot is standing by with a special guest. Summer?
Thanks, Kaylin. With me today is Olivia Ingamels, one of the performers in Steel Magnolias. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became involved with the upcoming play.
So I'm a theater major, and all majors and minors are required to audition, but I was dying to be in this show.
That is so exciting. Can you tell us a little bit more about your experience with the theater department?
Mm-hmm. So last year we had Anne Frank, and then we did Into the Woods, and I was Anne Frank in Anne Frank, which was super exciting. And then I was Cinderella in Into the Woods, so super fun.
That is so cool. Did you also do theater then in high school as well?
Yes, I did, yeah. I did theater, I started theater in middle school actually, and it was just kind of for fun, but God had a different plan for me, so.
That's so cool. I love it. So the play is Steel Magnolias, and many people are familiar with the movie version of it. Can you tell us how the movie version will differ from the stage version?
Yeah, so the biggest difference is that the whole play takes place in the beauty shop, but in the movie, all of the same scenes are happening. They're just in different places.
That's so cool. Can you tell us a little bit about other people that are involved with the production?
Yeah, so we have 6 cast members, which is really small, and we're all women. So it's a fun little group, and we get to just really like enjoy fellowship together and stuff. We have 1 freshman, and then we have a couple seniors and some juniors.
That is so exciting. It's cool to see how you see the different grades like mixing together, but then all coming together for the same thing. So Dr. Wisdom, is she heading up the production, correct?
So actually, Lori takes our plays. She's our acting coach, and Dr. Wisdom kind of deals with the musical side a little bit more. But Lori is actually full-time now, so she's not adjunct anymore. So she's been really excited to just take charge with this.
That is, and that's Lori Lawley, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. That is so exciting. So how has it been working under her? How has it been having just like a full female cast? Because a lot of plays, men are usually the lead in it. So it's sort of interesting to see a cast that's fully women.
Absolutely. So I think it's been really fun. We have a couple quick changes, so it's been nice to not have to run all the way back to the dressing room to do that. But we all just have so much fun, and we're already really great friends and everything. So it's just a party, honestly. I'm
sure that being in this production has just made you guys so much closer than as a whole. That is so cool. So as a recap, can you tell us a few things about the story and then the characters in the story and in the production?
Yeah, absolutely. So this story is about 6 women going through life together, and it takes place in a beauty shop, like I said. The owner of the beauty shop is Truvy. I'm Truvy.
Okay.
She's Dolly Parton's character in the movie, so I have a huge wig. And then we have Malin and Shelby. Shelby's Malin's daughter. And then we have Clary and Weezer, and they're longtime best friends. And then at the very beginning, Annelle comes in, and Annelle is younger than everyone else, and she is Truvy's little right-hand man.
That is so cool. So is half of the people hairstylists and half the people are customers, or are they all hairstylists?
Yeah, so me and Annelle are the only hairstylists, and everyone else just kind of hangs out in the shop, and we get to play with their hair. And we actually are doing their hair on stage, which is super fun.
Like with hot tools or with like curlers?
Yeah, we do roll a couple people's hair, and then I do Shelby's wedding updo, and we just kind of like act like we're cutting and stuff like that.
So did you have to like get trained to do their hair?
Yeah, so we work really closely with Valerie from AVBS Salon. She's the owner of that salon, and she has taught us like everything to make it look like we actually know what we're doing. She taught us how to like truly tease and to like look like we're cutting hair and everything. So
that is so cool. So how can people get tickets for Steel Magnolias?
So you can go into the Connect app and buy them through that, or we also have posters all over campus, and they have a QR code that you can buy tickets from.
Okay, and can you recap one last time, when are the dates that you guys are performing, and what are their times on those days?
So we are performing Friday and Saturday at 7, and then on Sunday we're performing at 2.
So the 4th, the 5th at 7, and then the 6th at 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Olivia.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the desk with Kaylin and Cameron.
Thanks, Summer. So Cameron, what's this weather looking like these next few weeks as we're getting into November?
Well, I mean, I can't speak for every single week, but this coming up week, we've got a little bit of rain. We've got some things to expect, so just be ready for that in the next full forecast.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
With the 2024 presidential election just around the corner, President Biden's top advisors are making plans for him to run again. Biden, who at 79 years old has made him the oldest president in American history, has stated that he plans to run, although he has not made a formal decision yet. However, a White House senior advisor said planning for the potential campaign is already in the works, but she also reiterated that Biden will consult with his family, as he has in the past, to decide whether or not he will run.
It's crazy to think that it's almost time for the next election.
Yeah, it is just around the corner. Cameron, what is the weather looking like this week?
Well, Summer, I'm glad you asked. We know that when we came in today, it was a little chillier, around 57 degrees, but later on today, it's gonna warm back up, 76 degrees, mostly clear. It is staying warm. It's weird that it's November and it's warm, but we are not getting any cooler temperatures yet. As we go into tonight, it'll cool down just a bit, 65 degrees, nothing too crazy. We're not dropping down into the 40s anymore. But as we move in, to today's almanac, we can see that 75-degree weather that I just mentioned. What we want to focus on is this record temperature. It at one point was 80 degrees at this time, so that's crazy to think that it could get any warmer than it is right now in November, but it is. And sunset tonight will be at 6:13 p.m., so if you plan on going to watch that, that's when that will be as well. And when we take a look at our satellite, we can see lots of different things. We have movement here. Whether that's bringing precipitation or not, we can find out later. As well, we can see some kind of fog and clouds around through here as well. So we will find out as well if those have some precipitation as well. We've got movement along here and up through here as well, something along here as well. So let's go take a look at our radar to find out what that's bringing us. We can see that most of that had some precipitation in it. We can get some rain coming up through here. The question is, will that move and touch us later in the week, or will we stay away from it? And what we saw some movement down through here on our last satellite, but it looks like there's no rain in that. We're not seeing much at all. There's a little bit right around the Dallas area, but nothing too crazy. We can also see some rain and storms along the coast here. Maybe that's left over from last week's little movement that we had there, but nothing too crazy. And as we head back over into our Missouri temperatures, we can see 75, 76 degrees right around there. We're staying clear. Columbia is all the way at 78, so they're touching that 80-degree weather that we had at one point, but we're not seeing it in our area, so it's good that it's a little cooler than what we could have had in the past. In our national forecast, we can see lots of different things going on here. We've got snow up through here, nothing that's gonna come and touch us anytime soon. We have no snow in our forecast. Like I said, it's staying pretty warm. We have some precipitation all through here, but right here is some rain and thunderstorms. And as we can see, that's coming to touch us. So it's expected that we're probably gonna have some rain in the forecast this week. Right through here, this is some severe thunderstorms. That's the question. Will that reach us? Will that come all the way up into us? Because we could see that we're getting some rain, but are we going to get those severe storms or not? We can also see kind of a cool front coming through here and through here. Those are both going to head towards our direction. So maybe, just maybe next week, it'll cool down just a bit. Moving into our 6-day forecast. Friday, scattered storms. Those are mainly going to be in the evening, but it is going to rain quite a lot. So we want to be ready for that on Friday, but that temperature is still going to be at 77 degrees. The coolest day for this week is actually going to be Saturday at 60 degrees, so it is not going to get very cool this week, but it is going to warm up again later into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday through Wednesday, 70, 72 to 76 degrees. Lots of sun, lots of warmth, but what we want to focus on is Friday with those scattered storms. And that's all I have for us today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Cameron. Looks like it's a pretty warm start to our November. Just around the corner, Emmeline Perkins will be here to give us the latest in sports.
And a Florida woman was rescued by her firefighter boyfriend. This and more when we return.
My kids put skis on as they were learning to walk. I want my kids to be able to have those moments with their kids. Being a scientist, I'm worried about climate change in so many different ways for my kids. From the second you have a child, you want to do everything to protect them. I think our action on climate change is no different. It's just an extension of being a mom.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
In a flash, an otherwise ordinary Uber ride turned into a fiery crash with a tanker truck loaded with fuel. A South Florida woman survived thanks to the quick action of her boyfriend, who is also a firefighter. Brian was able to get out of the car engulfed with flames. He would not leave Sue behind. He went back in through a rear windshield and rescued her. Ryan and Sue are both at home recovering from 2nd and 3rd degree burns. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help pay the couple's hospital bills and other expenses.
That is such a heartwarming story, and it's great to see the community rally behind and help support them.
Agreed. Now let's move to sports. Standing by is Emmeline Perkins.
Thanks, Kaylin. Basketball season is upon us. The Evangel men's basketball team started off their season with a win against Missouri Baptist last Friday with a score of 84-63. During preseason, the men's basketball team received votes for the coach's top 25 polls in the NAIA division. Evangel received 80 points, ranking them 36 overall. You can catch the men's basketball team tonight at 7 in the Ashcroft Center. The Missouri State Bears women's soccer team is looking to take on the University of Northern Iowa Panthers for the semifinals in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament today at 3. Missouri State is the 2nd seed this year. The last time Missouri State Bears won the Missouri Valley Conference was back in 2017. Northern Iowa is the 6th seed, and this is the first time the Panthers have made it to the semifinals since 2017. An investigation against the Washington Commanders was opened up after allegations of the team engaging in finance improprieties. Owner Dan Snyder has hired a bank to explore the potential transactions that might have occurred. As of right now, attorney John Brownlee, who is representing the Commanders, claimed that these are false allegations. There are still documents in review. The St. Louis Blues announced the 8th season partnership with the Power Play Goals for Kids program. Every Power Play goal scored by the Blues this season, they will donate $500 to a local children's charity. 4 charities will be announced on December 1st for fans to vote on which charity should receive the money. You can watch the St. Louis Blues tonight when the puck drops at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emmeline. It is great to see major sports teams giving back to children.
Yeah, it really is. Stan Lee theft charges have been dropped. We'll have that story for you after these messages.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for mental health and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seats for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Charges against Stan Lee's former manager have been dropped. Keo Morgan had been charged with 3 counts of grand theft auto, and prosecutors alleged Morgan stole memorabilia worth more than $200,000 before Lee's death. The creator of dozens of comic book figures, including Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Black Panther, passed away at the age of 95 back in 2018. His estate was worth more than $50 million.
It's really strange that the lawsuit has been going on after his death.
I know. I'm just glad it's finally getting resolved. Let's go over to Cameron Lee with the final weather update.
Thanks, guys. Well, let's take one last look at that 6-day forecast. What I want to mention the most is Friday. We're expecting some scattered storms throughout the day, mainly in the evening, though. That's when they're going to be pretty strong. We're going to have lots of rain in that moment. As well, just going into the rest of the week, it's going to warm up. The coolest day is Saturday at 60 degrees, but the rest are sitting around 70 to 76 degrees through there. And that's all I have for you guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Cameron. That's all for us today. I'm Kaylin Tilley.
And I'm Summer Ottershot. This has been Newswatch Today. Please join us next week.